Hey there, friends and enemies, Joper here again, and I think Crimson Desert is a game a lot of people were skeptical about when they first heard about it, but we've gotten a lot of gameplay recently from boss fights and now 50 minutes from early parts of the game that have largely settled my fears. I think this game is going to be an absolute banger. It reminds me a lot of The Witcher, but the combat looks even better than that game, and I'm really excited to see what they have in store for us. It combines games like The Witcher with Dragon's Dogma and a bunch of others to really make a very unique type of game that looks like the epic RPG I'm looking for personally. I'm not going to show the entirety of the 50 minutes, but there's a couple things that I want to showcase for you guys today that I think are fascinating. So first off, we have this little cutscene that leads into something really dope. Character designs. Our main character looks like a traditional protagonist, but some of the other characters look really sick in my opinion.
Walk together?
Always love a good witch, by the way.
I am White Crow, a guardian of the Abyss, if you will.
Abyss?
You can call it the Cradle of Providence. It serves as a bridge between Providence and the world.
The character designs are, and like their outfits and everything, are so clean.
Aliston wishes to repay the kindness shown to him. Have you ever imagined flying? I hope you are not easily frightened.
Yeah, this is insane. Magical.
Are you telling me to jump from here?
Don't worry. It's only one step.
Well, that step better not lead to the afterlife.
I like the high fantasy of this. Like, look at this. It looks sick. You can see the whole of the map and the world, the different environments, cities and villages, keeps, sprawling farms, everything. This is unreal. Look at the landmarks. Now this is fire, by the way. Being able to fly like this is absolutely wild. And the animations for this, I think, are very dope, in my opinion. I first saw this, I was absolutely locked in. And knowing you can traverse, like, pretty much anywhere here, that's where it's like Witcher, Skyrim, those kind of games, where it does look like you're going to have a insane amount of freedom to do what you'd like. But yeah, that was absolutely fire. I was a big fan of that. And then moving on, we have a little bit later on, pretty much at the end of the showcase,
The guild headquarters.
we have, actually, I'll go right here. Yeah. We got to meet with some characters, pick up some weapons. You can essentially take all that stuff too, similar to some of these other giant RPGs. You'll probably have to worry about stealing stuff, but like, I'm looking at this game and how much they've shown us, and I can't imagine this game being anything other than a banger. Now, this is more of like large combat where you're facing a bunch of enemies at one time, using different abilities. I'll let this rock for a little bit. The contrast towards everything you can do is really cool. Like the boss fights, the flying, the animations, everything. It's very over the top too, much more over the top than like The Witcher was. It doesn't try to be hyper realistic or anything like that, which I think is good. all the drop kicks, and you get like you're getting overwhelmed here, which even like a lowly goblin can mess you up if there's enough of them nearby. And you gotta be really careful, especially when they're throwing these bombs. And you can see the healing in between. You can see the health bar in the bottom left, as it's about half right now. Yo, just yeeting that guy, that is absolutely insane. Look at how many of the enemies are. Just swarm of them. It's crazy. It seems like you have a lot of healing items at this part in the game. It definitely will be interesting how much resource management you have to do. But yeah, just enemy after enemy after enemy, just doing work. I wonder if you have any spells or your own traps to use to take them down instead of just fighting them one by one. Because it does feel like from what they've shown off, there will be different ways to approach this. So you can either just go in like this, just fully swinging the sword, try to take down as many of these as possible, or there might be other ways to take on this battle as well, maybe with more. I don't know if you're gonna be able to do stealth or if you're gonna be able to do magic or flying in on top of these guys, something like that. We'll be very curious to see how that works. A lot of healing you have to do though. It feels like he's not really that defensive with this and using a lot of different abilities. Just some initial. This is, I think, early on in the game where you don't have everything unlocked from what we've seen based on other trailers so far. There are finishers. The finishers look like they might heal you as well, which I think will be good, because then if you're taking on all these enemies, there's going to be ways to do that. Yeah, finally cleared that, and then you go on to a little bit more. And then here's where, look at this camp. The diverse
guild headquarters
types of people that you see here. Goblins. Look like a giant dude behind you.
I challenge Branchmaster Splithorn to a Rakash.
You challenge me? Who are you to step into my domain and oppose me?
Like, look at this big guy back here.
The sly rat who put that word in your mouth will pay. Now I'll gladly take this opportunity to prove why the Gold Leaves answer to me.
Like, the animations by this boss are crazy. Like, you look at how different this is from fighting the hordes of enemies. Kind of wild. Also, you're like fighting in the middle of all these guys. It's kind of wild. So I don't want to watch this whole thing because we did watch a bunch already. But yeah. Looks like Splithorn's almost dead. Looks like on bosses you have to do more parrying and stuff. These little cutscenes that they have during the, like at the end of the boss fights, when you either reach like the halfway point or you finish them off. Oh, get absolutely murked. Yeah, this is gonna be a brutal game too.
The blight has been purged. And this sly rat shall now take center stage.
An era of darkness has ended. Our branches, once beset by rot, shall see new growth, and our efforts in Hanand shall finally bear fruit. This I vow as Branchmaster Shakatu.
Yeah, this is sick. I'm all the way locked in, and this is just the beginning. It feels like your actions will have impact on the world. Combat looks really nice. You got traversal with the flying. You've got interesting characters and NPCs to meet. I am 100% locked into Crimson Desert, and I won't be surprised if it's one of the RPG hits of the year when it drops supposedly in 2025. It looks ready to go from what we've seen. I don't know how much a part of this game is. I don't know how long the game is going to be. Normally games like this are pretty vast and epic in nature, and overall pretty long. Like The Witcher, in order to complete everything in that game, is over 100 hours. Like, it's insane. So yeah, I'm locked in. This was a lot to show, and it feels like that can be a mistake for some games, but for this one, I think this is actually setting us up to really know what we're in store for, and I am 100% thinking this is going to be a potential game of the year in 2025 if it does drop. And based on what we've seen, yeah, very strong indications that that will be the case. Let me know what you guys think in the comments on below. Are you as excited about Crimson Desert as I am now? I think this looks phenomenal, and I can't wait to get hands-on with it personally. I think games like this could be yeah, just absolutely genre changes as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. My name is Jopa. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you all later.